I think they've done okay, actually, that bot lane, on an individual level. Now, they've still lost series, they've still lost games. Aurora comes in as the last pick for Hideout. Has okay side lanes versus the Ambassador and the Talia. It can be a little bit risky versus the Ambassador when you can start to side lane later. Mako started to become much more inconsistent. I think that the support level has been all over the... Okay. Really look to cancel a recall. There's a... Ooh, good damage there. Both of them landing to make sure that spell shield didn't stop one of those skill shots. Also feel like LPL draft today is very similar to how LCK teams draft compared to other years. Well, we'll maybe answer that in a second. Catch onto Ovo, has a flash, doesn't get over the wall, and he can't glance the ult now because he cast his own ult early. Uses the exhaust, well, Niket uses the exhausts there, and Hideout comes down. Do they have enough damage? Ovo, what's this? No, he'll go into an early grave. Dernby gonna take some damage from the Aurora. Do they have another skill shot? Another bit of damage? No, they don't, and Hideout, Chovy, no! Burning down, but not gonna hit the ground. One for none. And it does burn. The burn comes through. The tremors from the Sagana passive kill the Aurora. LNG lose 2 around the bot lane. Plus skills. I think it's 3 skills or empowered auto attacks from the Q. You start dealing max HP damage over time to them. Nightcat forced over the wall. Crash down. Obo. Might get the auto attacks done after. Yeah, Nightcat is probably dead here now. Well, he doesn't kill him flash. Can he make an escape similar to Ovo? I don't think so. He's going to choose to conserve the summoners. Go down. Another good combo by Ovo, actually. Now Pantheon onto the flashless Varus. He's gone too far. Potentially trying to save his AD carry. Good CC. But no follow-up. No follow-up. Able to fly into the play. See that Dernby, as soon as he sees there might be a contest, walks over. Will now teleport towards. He's been playing incredibly well compared to the rest of the level of LNG. I don't think you would have blamed him for abandoning ship, not going to lie. He was the hottest prospect of an early offseason a couple of years ago. Nightcat going to get completely removed from the map. No HP left. 4-man unit in that brush. Was trying to sit around with the rest. Nightcat has now respawned, has flash, has combo. Obviously very easily taken down at that first entrance to the play. An account which was flaming his jungler GG. He had like an alt account on Weibo which was doing that. There was a whole load of other controversy, and that kind of... Oh no! Novo! Alistair will go down. After a failed flash over the wall. Tried to flash and then headbutt Dernby a bit further back. Nice pick off onto the Alistair. Dernby quick on the E fingers as well. Turret in mid lane goes down. First turret of the game is going to LNG, despite the fact that they don't have any grubs. Makes it harder for them to kill turrets. Feats is trying to go over towards NIP though, so actually, first turret, doesn't really matter. They had the 3 kills, they had the 3 objectives. Very close to it then, is he? I'm dumb. I saw like 50, I saw blah blah blah, 150 something. I thought, oh, we'll get it now. Outer turret will go down in favor of NIP. They've taken 2 turrets. We'll take a chunk. Leave. When's the next arrow coming through? Because that stuff has been annoying. Yep, down to about half HP now is that Alistair. Ult coming through. I think they see that as the go button. The HP bar is not looking fantastic. There's no flash on the edge. Alistair lost that earlier. Novo strikes again. And a flash away from Fish 1. He can't do anything here. Cleanse away from the Varus ultimate. Pinged by 2 ultimates in the same fight. Makes it out alive. The inability to find an angle leaves them without a dragon. And without position to contest it. That's something about the 5th arrow, which Leave hit during this fight. Dernby gets into a good angle. Catches out the Alistair still without flash from that top side play. Picture in picture, we do actually have a fight in bot side. Flick back misses. E forced out from the Pantheon. Alistair still doesn't have flash, and now doesn't have ultimate. Well, I think his debut's been okay. This one is a bit of a horror show now for the Alistair. Oh, Leave. That was a play of all time. Didn't get punished for it, though. Never punished. Ovo flashing over the Shattering Strike and getting some CC down. Doesn't pop the ultimate just yet, and he might feel like he wanted to. Damage coming through onto him. Is there any more burn? He'll survive. Ovo and Nightcat both living to tell the tale. Nothing being done at all. Pushing the bot side. And it is coming down here. It's under half HP. I think the NIP should just keep DPSing this, though. They have the Varus ult. There's no flash on Pantheon. He could have ulted in, I suppose, and died for the objective. Now Dernby gets a slap back with his own global. Flick back misses. Good damage. Slow from Nio. This Skarner really annoying at this point. He's really, really tanky. They do have an equalizer. Could throw that into the choke point. Panic is coming through as well. Who are they trying to ping? Well, that's going right into the middle of the enemy team, so the Pantheon doesn't really feel that good. Equalizer is okay in the choke point, but it's not that much. And Leave gets pinged by the Ambessa. Leave is, Fish 1 gets pinged by it. And, I mean, that is the Ambessa doing work in the backline. Gets 2 there. Solo kill makes it a double in the backline. Leave does die to Zucker in the backline of the fight. So slowly around objectives or side lanes. You know, they had Scout and Gala. They were very, very good late game carries. Oh, Pantheon going to be unable to be stopped. Solo kill trapped in the side lane. Fish 1 trying to run out, and that's a great ultimate for Solo kill to bring him back into the team formation. There's no flash on the Alistair. I think he's going to die here alone. Sad, sad cow alone in the barn. He's gone to the farm upstate. Lobo goes down. Easy as you like. Great ultimate from Solo kill to bring him back to safety in amongst his team's phalanx. That'll get them the dragon. And LNG, another... At least they try to make a play there, but it's just not well executed enough. NIP answer quickly. And NIP reminding us that they are... Was it all IG? By the way, like, I will say, like, I like Rookie, and I think Rookie's been doing really well this play. Hang on, Sivril goes onto Nio as he jumps forward and doesn't get that much. The Impale stops Ovo from ulting him, from headbutting him back. Now Pantheon left alone in the middle of the backline, completely alone. Misses the Ambessa ult, does Solo kill. There's no flash on Xiaofeng now. If he did get hit by the ult, I think he would have been dead to rights. Turns out he's still dead to rights. The equalizer onto 3 is not bad, but the Locket soaks up a bunch of that damage. Ovo pinged by an unlucky Impale there, could have potentially punted the Skarner back into the team, where I think he would have taken a lot of damage. There was a 2-item Sivir potentially hitting him, of course, with the Aurora as well. Jump forwards now, front to back has established itself, but one team has 5 members, the other one has 4, and one of them might be on 3 soon as well. Yep, that's the third. Zerka spotted with a sweeper in the brush. Now, does not give a damn. He's walked forwards for even more damage. This Skarner has been instrumental to NIP's success. Nio, part of that jungle from the LGL duo of Niket and Nio, cleaning up shop here. LNG wiped off the board, 5 for none. They'll see themselves in sole control of this game now. Minute till Dragon, that would be sole control. How funny you say in chat. They get to reset, spend their gold. Players in LNG when they just don't play as a unit. How do you judge this team? Ult's coming in again. Zerka jumped on by Doomby. Remember, he has 23 Magi stacks onto him, which means he dies very, very quickly. Clean engage by the Rel. Leave left on one side of the fight, but he has a ton of damage. And high chat flick back by Doomby. Again, Solo kill cleaning up on the other side of the fight. Clean up at all aisles. LNG go down. Part and parcel. 5 for none. Another clean ace. LNG just cannot piece together an engage. They're going to double teleport, triple teleport even, into the mid lane. Reminder that Leave has one of them too. And that should be the end of the game, just over 32 minutes in. LNG, less than the sum of their parts, sadly for them. Just not coordinated enough. Not able to play the map well enough to pull NIP into individual fights. When they get to the 5v5s, cannot find their form. NIP at 8-1 take the lead in their 10th series here. And he outranges stuff like a lot of Brand's abilities if you actually hit the max range ease. LNG still have a couple of divers going into a lot of anti-melee stuff. They do have... nice, thank you. Nio, making an appearance bot side. It's like having those you know those trail cameras where you have them just in the wilderness and you see what runs over them? You just see a deer. This time they've got a weapon of warfare. Trying to hold the wave outside a tower now. Braum passive onto Ovo. Flash is under tower. He doesn't have that flash now to do anything. He doesn't have a aftershock or anything. Heal used early, and that'll be a dead Leona. Hang on a second, though. Still going to be the 1-for-1, and it is the Smolder getting the kill. Solo kill trying to stack up that Q. Hits the level 6. Now, because of the XP difference between the Smolder and the Xante, jump forward to mid lane. I really like seeing the 2 arcane skins against each other, actually. The visuals of it very cool. Solo kills, charge with his Q, pulls him through the wall. Which one does have flash? Will it matter? No, it will not. Damn, that name is appropriate sometimes, isn't it? Gets himself the kill onto the Smolder. Nio on the other side gets the Braum passive, and there's a... Well, hang on a second, there's a wave of tower. Is he able to make it out? No, the minions! The minions not able to tank the turret. I think he ended up taking aggro from a burn onto another target. He was close enough to their tower to switch tower aggro over. Recall's not stopped. Second one is actually Nightcat. Now in a little bit of trouble. Uses the shield for the move speed. Another Q comes up. What are the legendary creatures to the northeast, south, and west for China? Grubs. Oh yeah, by the way, Brand's specialty kills Grubs very, very quickly. First one goes down. Now they're going to engage off of that. Good play onto Brand. The Braum, and the ult goes through as well. Wow, that's an easy kill, actually. The Brand doing hella damage. Yep. That champion's been buffed a hell of a lot, by the way. Holding the choke point. I tell you what, if Brand is back, that opens up so many different draft options. The patch potentially opening up things closer towards summer of last year in some of those drafts. So walking around following the jungle. Leave previously in this split ended up getting, I think, a world record for this value of Senna. That's a dead Sensei. Yep, that's why you pick Renekton Brand. Renekton has always been it, and I'm not talking about the smog. Shafan wants to take the scuttle if possible. Don't think there's going to be a contest on that. Early smites takes care of that. Can you say that again about the feed? Yes, I can, Hidom. So Japanese curry. There's a lot of... Pretty much everyone has their own variation of Japanese curry. Look, okay, look, I'll talk about it after the dragon fight, because there's probably going to be a dragon fight. Yep, there is. There we go. Ovo goes on to leave. Flashes that, cleanses away. The center ult doesn't hit anyone, so no damage comes through. Kelstorm drops on the other side. That's not bad. Nio lands the double sleep. Is there any follow-up? Flash forward for the W. Q afterwards as well. Dead Brand. Has he died for the attempt? Perhaps. Smolder can get some damage in, and a snipe from the Jace takes down the enemy jungler. 1-for-1, but HP bars in favor of NIP. Flash forward for the Braum passive. Jace potentially getting taken down by his old partner in crime as well. Victor not able to finish that one off. Nick Asante will live. Lots of, you find what makes things taste good to yourself, really. Teleport towards the top side. Solo kill might try and drag him under turret with the W. Forces high chair back. In fact, Zucker takes aggro to make sure that the Jace can survive. Is that going to be enough to save him? Last turret shots is enough. 1-for-1 solo kill with the help of Leave getting a cross-map kill. Kill goes to the Cassante under that top turret. I really like how Solo Kill played that, saying, look, I'm going to clear the wave, I'm going to punt you into the turret. Use the W, use the ults. You could also see on the other side of that Zucker taking aggro to make a huge part of that play now. Doomby will take this top lane out of turrets. More gold towards that Victor. This is a really good team comp for Victor to kill later on. Not going to lie. God. Thank you, Dan Robert. Thank you, Sam Gray. Funnily enough, Gen.G, the team LGD, their name comes from a competitor brand too, Lagama. But in here, we'll see how our rivals can interact with this one. Braum Shield blocking out that Smoldering, keeps Leave safe. I think Ovo has just died for that dive. Brand could potentially get an ult to the backline though, and does. And folks, let's not bounce the Brand ult around. Let's be serious now for a second. Decent damage coming through. The world stacking center as well as Leave in its current iteration on the center. Good thing onto there. Sleep lands onto him. Will cleanse out on it. He's still at this risk, you know. Flashes out from the ultimate. Cleanse, flash away. He might have gone too far for this now. One more bit of damage will kill him. Xiaofeng trying to get it through. Is there enough burn? No, there isn't, because the last Q heal comes through. Nio flash in for the Q. The cat has turned himself into the play. 2 hit the floor. Can they find a third one? I'm not sure. The slow misses. NIP. Another Swirl Seed landing. They have vision on it. That'll be down without a fight, though. Smite comes in from LNG. Ooh, not bad damage there. Ultimate's traded. Chaos Storm, a Dawning Shadow. DMB. He's stationed in that mid lane against Hai Chao. Catch onto Ovo. He has no flash. So good as Zenith played into the backline. Zucker doesn't have flash. If he had flash, he might be able to follow up that play, but he can't now. The Braum passive threatening now. Leave, gets himself another stack. 99. When's he going to get the 100 stack? Very close onto it. There we go. 100 stacks at 22.49. A ridiculous stacking rate from Leave. 100 stacks. He has an extra 50% crit chance. An extra 100 range or something like that. Yeah, does not do things in half measures. Does Leave on these stacking champions. Doomby trying to beat off the enemy team. I'm sure Jace is happy with that. Derby walking forwards again. Charges up that Q. Fish 1. Flashing out. Atakan taking a lot of damage off of NIP. Shredding them a little bit. You can see these W's landing from the center. Getting good value here. This fire cannon giving them decent amount. Zenith Blade landing onto Nightcat. Ovo goes down. He's had a difficult series here. As Chaos Storm comes through, gets a bit of a reset. Nio is low. There's a potential of a turnaround fight here. Is it an insect? Khan dragged back by the all-out. The brand is out of the pit. Khan secured, and NIP will take themselves the objective and be able to roll forward into the fight. Slow lands onto Fish One. Has the cleanse, but I don't know whether it'll save him. Sucker into the backline. I don't think he can do much again without that flash, though. Smolder, Fish One, not able to stand and fight at any point in this series. Doomby have bloodletters now. We can get some extra shred across the team, which is important. That can help out the Lilia a little bit. Walking in towards the blue buff still. There are more members from LNG on the top side close to this blue buff, so if it comes to a fight, LNG might have better angles. Zenith Blade in hands, and the Blast Cone puts Nio into a difficult spot. Flash will wait them on the Solar Flare. Into the choke point we go. Chaos Storm is okay. Leave. Jesus Christ, that damage from Leave. Shock Blast land. Zucker on the flank. Does have the flash coming up in a second. Leona goes down though. Zucker will clean up one in the back line, but I don't think he's got that much more to say about this fight. I suppose he does have the dominance, though perhaps maybe he will. Has flash. Gets on towards that Lilia. And Power's stun comes through. Good damage coming through. Sleep coming back from the Lilia though. And potentially that sees off the end of this fight. Death Ray comes through. Flash in from Zucker, trying to kill out that Lilia. And will not quite be able to do so. The shield from the footwork of Cassante saves his jungler. Fights in the jungle. Put it into their favor. Can they take down this mid lane outer turret as well? Perhaps. There we go. Second turret of the game down for them. Third turret, rather. He reached that 100, and then he's not been stacking as heavily right now, but doesn't matter, really. He's already got the range he needs. 225 has been hit by the Smolder, so he has his own stacks as well. He's only up those 2 items, not as scary. Double just missing there, although does have flash. Nio. This is a problem now. You're fighting into a choke point. Let's see how much damage Fish One on the Smolder can do. That scaling factor is kind of scary. Solar Kill has a couple of options. That's an ult onto the brand from the Lilia. Solar Kill flashing forwards, and that ult from the Lilia kills him down. Hydra getting decent damage on Solar Kill, and it will bring him down with the last of the brand passive. Ends up being 1 for 1, all things said and done. LNG, whatever. Has 3 items. He is on 100% crit, by the way, over that, because the 2 items he has have 50% crit. He'll have a bit of lifesteal on top of that now. Although, I don't know what he's doing there, but he hasn't been there for that long. He's now 0 and 6. LNG really, really struggling in terms of cohesiveness. I actually think Ovo has been an okay playmaker, but just the movements around the map are just not good enough for flash forward. And Height Shower on the Jace. Maybe sent into the underworld. The burn will kill him. Senna overkills with the ults. Jace goes down. NIP take... I don't know if you can say RNG are playing in LDL. That's true. But they felt like they really just played softball with Season 2, you know? Great damage again from Lee. That Infinity Edge. Ow, Last Whisper on top of it too. Yep, that'll hurt. Turrets get taken. Turret gets taken by both of the J-Vic duo. One on one side of the map, one on the other. We have them on the side, and Victor beats off Chase from the top lane, which I'm sure he's very happy about. Oh, God. Never let me have a microphone again. Or access to AO3. Shafog headed towards top side. It's an honorable 1v1. Let them fight. Let them fight. Let them work out their frustration. I think Victor's winning this one. I think it... Wait, maybe not. Yes, he does. There we go. Kill over towards Victor. Good night, sweet prince. In his world. And that, yeah, he kind of stuck to his own morals, I suppose, and to his own values. Dragon will go down to an IP. It'll be a third one for them. Kind of surprised that they didn't do Invasion of Ionia as a storyline. What I really want the League Cinematic Universe to do is do like this whole arc, build up a load of characters and then go into Ruination. Jesus Christ, this Senna does so much damage, still managed to step things out. Brawl Shield stops this Smolder. Ultimate Leap is still auto-attacking. That's a ton of damage, has to pull the ultimate back. Your redemption will come through. It's like Leaf didn't take any damage at all. Ovo certainly did, though. Leona hits the ground. NIP will march in towards the base. It's not really been much of a contest from LNG this series, sadly, from them. The 167 stack Senna is just ripping him to shreds. To shreds, you say. What about his wife? Oh, to shreds, you say. Anyone else remember that from Futurama? Yeah, gonna keep making more Futurama references until someone gets them. Leaf takes some more damage. Has some extra lifesteal, though, from his excess stacks from that crit chance. Don't take extra damage when you need to, though. That Smolder can still execute you. Perhaps Smolder can mount some kind of wave clear defense. Quite hard to see it right now, though. Has the fire cannon for some target access. Leaf is healing up so much, though. Look at the amount of damage does to the Renekton as well. The Sterex has popped for just some poke. I mean, there's been some shields denied now by the Serpent's Fang coming in from high chat. They do have 5 people alive, but they're just getting slowly bled out over their own Nexus. Turret goes down, NIP. They stick around. Jesus Christ, the poke between the AD carries hurts a lot. Braum passive misses onto Zucker that. Importantly so, the Q going wide. The damage again, no stacks. This poke onto leave is not bad. High chat trying his best. The Braum trying to block up some of that brand damage on the other way through. All it needs is one last skill shot. Doombeat goes golden. He has flash to make his way out of this. Again, the brand, where is the damage? Nyket doing some damage. No, Bo's the first to fall. Passive immune by now going into Zhonya's on the other side. He will live long enough to see himself through to an ultimate just about. And that'll be a triple kill to set it. God, we might get ourselves a Penta, a Quadra. Zucker, no flash, no stacks. Perhaps a Penta on the table. He's running for his life. But I don't know if he'll be able to deny the top of all prizes. A stun is not enough. Pentakill to leave. 5 dead. 191 stacks on the setup. Leave caps it off with the greatest of all prizes in League of Legends.
I think this is really risky, though. I think the Lucian is a bit more self-sufficient in terms of heal. Unlocks in the Alistar. He's had some great games on this recently. His Alistar's been really good. For those of you who watched him earlier in the year, might be surprised to see him on top eSports because he was crisp there and Hung was on combo too. Shanks, I think he's actually still healthy enough to stick around and ult. Just about. Just about. Tyler starting the Dragon. 369. Damaged a lot on this bot side of the map. Chovy is on the bot side of the map. Not always the case. Well, yes, I agree. In retrospect, that Annual's Legend might have had a better tournament. Regionally, top eSports was so much better than Annual's Legend at the start of the year. Jump falls onto Chovy. Using that E and the W forwards. His E's going to time out soon, actually. He needs to be careful of that. I don't think he's got enough left in the tank. That Rakan's gone way too far. The Galliot's coming in. Catch out Hung, who doesn't have his own ult. Only level 5 right now. Good ult coming through for 369. AL's gone way too deep for this. Tarzan needs to carry the fight in terms of damage. Hope is going into melee range as the center. That's not a great idea. Tarzan goes down, and I Hope is massively behind enemy lines. And no, it's not a Quinn ultimate. It's just the fate he's been left to. Has flash, has barrier. I don't think it's going to save him. Kyle has teleported in again as the Rakan, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that much. Who are they going to give the kill over to? They want to give it over to Chovy. Feats of strength earned by top esports. Anyone's legend. What was the plan there? Didn't deal very well with stuff like the Ornn either. The more I think about it, I think that top esports come away with this a very comfortable front-to-back draft. Now, they have the Kai'Sa and the Wukong as a secondary carry. Dragon goes over to top esports. I am quite worried by anyone's legend if they go later. I think that the early game's not bad, you know. One item team fights for this team probably aren't too bad. What comes in 369? Wants the wave clear out. Doesn't know if he's going to be collapsed on. Quick wave clip. Dive onto the bot side. Center ult gets a bit of a shield. This is a bit far from top esports, you have to wonder. Hung will use the duration of his ultimate very well. Now Jackalob left under the mid lane. When Becomes Lightning happens, the charm, the knockup, the death. Tarzan gets on the board. Jackalob uses his everything, really. Should still get first turrets of the game, though, with 3 grubs down here. And they'll get themselves the feats of strength. Canavi watched Jackalob's games. He has been on a tear. I think my shortlist for MVPs this split have been, hang on a second, Jolt forwards. Hope doesn't have flash, has barrier. I don't think it's going to save him. Kill for Jackalob. He'll have just enough HP to get out from under turret. Tarzan, no flash himself now. Good combo in from Hung. Ooh, Cream going onto the side lane. Flandre does have flash. Does he have enough to get himself to the next shield? Nope. Q from Cream will see him to his grave. Tarzan trying to walk towards Cream. No flash from Cream now himself. Stun lands onto him. Malignus will start to burn from Yanni Tibbers. Kyle, that's quite important. Perhaps they can punish the flashless Senate. Whereas the Ornn trying to come in on the angle, trying to rake it across the team. Broadside, I suppose, actually, it's going down the side of them. Where is that Ornn ult? They're spoiling for a fight. They should look for it, Hung. Combo only onto the Rakan. Good damage falling up from the Annie. Herald secured. Kyle, good damage onto him, but he's not really the focus here. Canavi into the backline. That's a little bit more threatening. Hope does land that root. It'll end up being 2 kills to top esports. They don't end up killing Hope. They do end up getting Tarzan and Flandre. They remember top esports have down fairly quickly. Yep, there you go. Top esports lose the Herald, but get the kills, and they get the turret. Multiple members in towards that mid lane turret defense. Now, the reason why Shanks lost half his HP there is because he felt like he needed to be around mid lane. With Jackalob having Q upgrade now, makes it even easier. 369 will actually miss that ward, by the way. With the Scry's Bloom. Again, look how many members they need to push mid lane to defend the turret. Tarzan stacking up his Q. Might be able to get something in there. Hung has himself an ultimate. Jesus, Cyclone is inclement weather.
Decent CC on the turret, but I don't think it's enough because the turret has died now. Hung, Kanavi, get out with enough HP. 369 flashing out as well, and there's no extra follow-up, I don't think. An Electro Harpoon would be the last thing they could use. Tarzan could flash forward. Merc Treads don't deny. Speaking of Merc Treads, you can see that there are 4 of them across the board from Annual's Legend. I just don't think it's enough. Not against 369 and the Wukong. Flash forward, Kyle gets out this time. Summoners pop from both of them. Atakan time again. Cream lands some damage onto Tarzan. Doesn't want to want much to one-shot. Just wants to make sure he's out of position to contest. Flash over and he steals it. Tarzan has enough HP to steal it, and perhaps it is an intercard angle after all. The equalizer is strong. Kanavi goes low and goes down. Hung will be next. It is an int Atakan yet again. Objective goes over. Kills go over. 369. Your team has rolled natural ones. Top eSports lose the objective and they lose. How does it happen? They just fight this objective better. A great flash in for Tarzan for the steal. This objective is... Dragon will get taken by Top eSports. They will be on Soul Point. This is still good for Top eSports, I suppose. They're still in the lead. I think they scale. But they have given over a nasty Atakan. Ornn going in for the ult. Hope does not have much defensive ability on this. The Galio coming forwards, and maybe the Galio can provide that for him. Kanavi does not get his man. He goes down. Instead, they don't reach the carries. 1-for-1 right now. Hung going in for triple knockup. Is it enough? Ornn gets a knockup, and Jackalov starts to fly in. Tarzan is melee ranging it, though, and perhaps Jackalov has gone too far himself. He's gone down. Jackalov dies looking for the assassination, and Anyone's Legend take 2 fights back-to-back. 4-for-1. Cream the only survivor. Perhaps not even that. Torn just shy. Shanks trying to chase down. Final kill. I don't think he'll be able to do so. Turret is falling, and Anyone's Legend clutch it out around the... That's a little bit of power off of Yunara. It's a little bit strong right now. AP cog buffs next patch. I don't think people remember the Season 5, Season 6 AP cog buffs, so that was kind of busted. Flandra does not have flash. Shackle flies into the side lane. Kaiser in the side lane, powerful. Decent damage, though. The Equalizer and the Sentinel doing a hell of a lot. Teleport's coming in. That Rumble, stop screaming. You will respawn in a minute. It's fine. Just take like take some time out on the naughty step. Kanavi no flash himself. It's comboed up by the jungle support of AL. The engine room of Anyone's Legend rolling, and it takes Kanavi apart. The one-man army needs reinforcements, goes down easily to Anyone's Legend. If they take the Baron, they can fight towards the Dragon in a minute easier. This is a huge, crucial strategic win for Anyone's Legend if they can get it. Top eSports, they don't have the call of the Forge God. They're trying to fly forwards onto the Galio. Instead, on the other side, 369 has jumped onto Tarzan. You do not win that. He is taking a ton of damage, and the fight is not going well for Anyone's Legend. Jackalov doesn't have his ult fall into the play. Lots of ults missing from the last couple of picks around the fight. Flying in is Tarzan, but his top east was firing back. 2 kills. They take down the smite now, and now Anyone's Legend might have thrown the game into favor of Top eSports. Top eSports will take the big objective. They need to reset quickly, though, to get back. Anyone's Legend fighting towards the front to back. Flash for Kanavi. Very important. That flash cyclone could get on towards that Senna. Senna has flashed themselves, but Senna is hit. I think it's not going to go too well for them. Is there a flank angle being looked for? No, not currently. I mean, Shanks and Cream, yes, to an extent, but they're just kind of holding each other to account here. Ornn comes in. Stun used from Cream worth noting. Hope takes a boatload of damage, but it's Kyle that goes down. First, Chovy flash into the backline. Hope has a little bit of health. The shield keeps him alive for a little longer, but not enough to stop himself dying to the triple kill, quadra kill Kaiser of Jackalov. Flies into the backline like a man on leash, and the second skin does all the damage they need. Top eSports will sign themselves a fight, and they don't even need to kill the Dragon. They'll push him through the mid lane. In a turret will fall. Top eSports will take at least the inhibitor with 3 grubs and 5 alive. I think they'll just end the game. Who needs a Mountain Soul? The Nexus is what wins you the game. Top eSports, an intercard aside, will win game 1. Anyone's Legend blasted in the late game against Top eSports, who scale up, kill the Senna. Hope could not stand and fight. Top eSports flash the emotes, and we'll take game 1. Jarvan into Renata. Can, with the Kalista, if you just get the Renata, she can get pulled out by the Kalista roll. Kalista can hop away. I think Anyone's Legend come away with a much better draft. Top eSports do have early chicken Jackie. That's the joke. No, okay, wait, I'll enunciate that later. Jackalov getting a good trade here with the early Gatling gun. Rend on the other side is nice, but HP taken off of an AD carry matters more than onto support. Jackalov taking some decent damage. They flip back. Hope getting some great damage back now himself, though. Jackalov has nothing down, and the chicken Jackie goes down.
Hope skewers him, makes him into kebabs. Hung only to level 1. One more auto attack needed. Will be able to get things back. 1-for-1, but the kill goes towards support. Now, it still keeps going. Why is it not stopped? The Corki is dead. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, whatever. Is on it again. Stood up for 1 second. They must kill him for the sake of our eardrums. Kyle has himself the bailout and will be able to revive. Tarzan goes down. Bad tower aggro juggling. Top eSports get themselves 2 in the bot side dive. They're trying to cook something on a hot air balloon. It's very, very difficult. It might look fun, but is it actually good? Hang on. The ult's not great from Flandra. Instead, hang on a second. Flandra might just die here. The ult from Cream will be able to get CM out. The shockwave's not fantastic. There is a dead Scion trying to get things through. And somehow, Cream not only gets the kill, but he gets the Dragon as well. Cream will have to clean up another one. It's a double kill to the Akali. Kanavi goes down, but they get themselves 2 kills. A lot of them are international as well, and in finals and the like. Fights over the grubs. Oh, the anti-synergy. Oh, the anti-synergy is horrid. Handshake out of the combo. Tarzan will die. A dunk onto the backline. Creep tries to get onto Hope. How much damage has he realistically got left though? Waiting for cooldowns. Gets a little bit onto Hope. Surely that should have been an easy kill for anyone. Again. Splits up the team. Thank God the replay ends because the Gatling gun ends. Shanks doesn't have flash. He's dead. He's going to die here. Goes over to Jackie Love. 3 kills on Cream. Now 2 kills on Jackie Love if you look at the full. God, that's really hard. I think it's probably top eSports at 1. Doesn't really sound convincing though, does it? Then I think BLG are 4th, you know? I think they've fallen out of the top 3. Flash away from Kanavi. Doesn't have the flag drag. Will he be forced to flash and turn? Yes, he does. Flashed away from it. Ulted onto 369's around. The Aatrox is not doing bad here, but the shockwave has taken down Kanavi already. It's 4v2 now. Ult out from the Akali. What's happening on the rest of the map? There might be a dive onto Hope on the other side. Instead, actually, Hung putting down vision on the bot side. Good shockwave from Shanks this time. Can we get onto Hope? He doesn't have flash, does have barrier. Hung, what he can do is wait until the barrier is used and then break it with his Q. 369's in a bit of trouble now. There's no flash from Tarzan. Means he couldn't connect with that Q cleanly. 369 blows this easily. Kyle finds out Hung. They find out each other, really. Handshake. That's a lot of damage very, very quickly. Hope has the bailouts on him. Kyle standing and fighting. 369 getting hit by the Q this time, and he's just overstayed. Why have you overstayed like that, 369? Poor stuff from him on the Aatrox. He's had a couple of poor games on it this split, and this is what I don't like about the Aatrox. You get behind the game. He's down by 1,000 gold. The Aatrox feels useless. Top eSports will get themselves their 2nd dragon, it looks like. I don't think that'll be contested. Nope, not with Tarzan on the top side of the map. Wait, the top... Wait. You're saying the top 4 are IG, the Shy Rookie, Gala. So you're not even listing other teams. Blue buff, started by Tarzan, invaded onto. Can he kill this in time? Smite from Tarzan, he gets it. Kanavi didn't smite away. Jump onto Shanks. He doesn't have flash right now. Tarzan can jump over the wall, and there's a redemption to help things as well. I don't think it's enough, though. The redemption might help. Where is that ult? Flash forwards. Jackal flashes away. Doesn't have to cleanse out. It's going to get him to be a real mess, though. Tarzan gets one last Q. Cream getting damage on the backside of it. Hope. How much HP has he got left? Flash forwards from Cream, and that will be the end of the Kalista. Top eSports clean up. How many kills back-to-back? 4 for 1 right now. Flandra walks in, but he's too late to the party. He wasn't invited, I assume. Just have to clean up. Play around the front to back, but you know, Shanks is he's gone for Rod of Ages, which I think is a problem in this game. I know you have to deal with a lot of damage, but you have a front line. Trust in your front line to keep you alive. He's also down 1,000 gold. Shanks is not going to do that much damage. Has the level 11. Can he get much value out of that? Flag drag not missing. Not hitting from Kanavi. Ultimate comes through. Where's that shockwave? Doesn't need it right now. Cream gets an awesome angle into the backline. The Shanks shockwave buys time, but is it enough? No, not just yet. Both the carries down from Annual's Legend. Where is their damage? A little bit from Tarzan. That'll help. They managed to take down Cream. 2 for 2 as it stands with the smite going down for top eSports. Tarzan is Q. Just about gets him out to safety. Kanavi dying means that top... Cream losing the Dark Seal stacks. Fairly relevant, actually. Herald will go down to anyone's Legend. Feats of Strength already in for top eSports, worth noting. That's important. There are some really important boots they can get for that. The different boots with the shields on them are quite nice. The percent pen ones from Cream are really, really nice to see him over to the 2 items. You get those boots in. It's actually really nice for that. Cream's going to get himself first turret in this bot side. Herald goes into mid lane. Will kill off the entire turret. Top eSports, they don't have an easy defense to this, actually. Not the best wave clear from their team. Herald will die. Even with the one grub, they'll be able to take this turret. The turret for turret trade, mid lane outer is of course the more important one. 369 pushing in towards topside. They have 2 grubs. Do they have demolish? Yes, he does. He'll take this as well. 2 for 1 in the turret trade now. 369 didn't push up initially because he didn't want to get caught out overstaying. He's managed to close the gold deficit a little bit in his lane through the last couple of fights in the turrets. He doesn't see Shanks here. Fire's coming up. At least they avoid it. Don't necessarily know. Get 2 side lane turrets, get Dragon. Anyone's Legend trying to pick up some jungle camps to again be even up their side of the trade deal a little bit easier. They take that down. Push up towards the top lane now. Shanks staying in top lane. So, okay. Lots of macro happening. Lots of trades back and forth. Both these teams willing to take bits and pieces across the map. So it is, in total, mid lane and top lane outer turret to anyone's Legend. Folks, start your stopwatches and see if it's time of death. 369 takes what the guys. Please peel off of this Atacon. Please, top eSports, don't do this to us again. 369 took way too much damage from this. But now, guys, you're tanking it again. Top lane wave getting interrupted. Tarzan jumping into the brush. They're corralling themselves. But they don't have HP on the Aatrox. Aatrox too much damage from the Atacon. Jumping in now, trying to get onto that. Kyle, support. Not able to reposition that well. The ultimate from Renata not fantastic. And Ricard, the Aatrox goes straight into the play. Hope is pulled back a metric mile. But the Aatrox W is pulled back into his demise. It is a bloodbath. Top eSports lose 3, but Jackalov and 369 survive. Tarzan and Flandra live. Or died. Yep, 3 for 4. Messy, because Sion doesn't turn up as a death until his passive dies, so I just quickly scan on the side, just to see if I can say something timely. Now we'll be trading, hang on, trading Atacon for mid lane turret. Now, top eSports are okay with this. If flash on Jackalov, Hope does not have that. Jackalov, if he flashes well, might be the difference. If they collapse on 369, please don't get caught like this. He has that passive down, has the Sundered Skies while pops the ult quickly. They manage to go onto Kyle again. He has no flash, and that's not a bad shockwave. The jungler's down. Top eSports must cleanly close the fight now. They've lost their smite. They must win the fight. Tarzan goes in for an ult. The Aatrox getting lower. He'll die as well. The Atacon getting decent value through there as well. But no, Hope is down as well. They have no DPS. Jackalov, he has flash. He has Barry. He can keep jumping forwards. There's no damage on this Orianna. And Jackalov rules the field. Anyone's Legend will lose the Mountain Soul despite killing the smite. Top eSports will win the fight because Anyone's Legend delayed their setup. They took the Atacon and were not prepared on the bot side of the fight. Top eSports, better macro, better decision making around the big objectives. You can see how Anyone's Legend were not prepared for that fight on bot side. They tried for a quick snatch and grab at Aatrox. They get engaged onto. Top eSports made the correct decision to give Atacon to win the soul. Jackalov not even needing to use the flash in that play. This was a macro fight in the last minute or so. And I really think it was a bad decision for Shanks by Jackalov in this game. And there are good reasons why when I look at MVP candidates for this split, I think about Jackalov. Jump in from Hung. Just to jump onto Corki on the other side, though. He still has flash, and there's just no follow-up. The shockwave does not land well enough onto him. Decent damage, but can they kill him? I don't think so. Top eSports with the Mountain Soul are just too tanky. Extra shields, extra ability to just go the distance. 3 for none. Not a bad play onto Jackalov, but he's just too tanky. The upgraded boots, the Mountain Soul, it gives you so much extra shield to cut through. Top eSports will get the Baron, and their play around objectives has just been better. Top eSports are the team that will set up an objective in advance in the LPL. I know it seems like a silly thing to say, but most teams in the LPL would rather walk into an objective than be on it in the first play front to back that easily. I think that Shanks has been so poor in this second game too. The shockwaves haven't been on bad targets. It's just he's fallen behind so much gold, and the shockwaves have been backed up by a Rod of Ages instead of, you know, a Seraph into something a bit higher damage. 369, hang on a second, flashing forward, trying to catch out Aatrox. He has ult, he has flash, he has a lot of healing. The redemption's coming through, and he's getting a lot out of it. How much can he get? The Sundered Sky comes through. That's a lot used for just the Aatrox. The Renata ult goes into Narnia. The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this Renata, apparently, completely missed the ultimate. Jackalov will get himself a triple. He'll maybe even get himself more than that. Can he get himself a quadra? They might just gift it over to him. Goes to the Akali instead. Top eSports clean the fight after way too much was used on the Aatrox, and the Renata ult goes wide. Kyle, poor game from him. We expect much better. Top eSports, a 2-0. And in our tour of top teams over the last week, Top eSports seemingly coming out the best of it from our top 4 teams. Losing to Invictus Gaming, but beating Anyone's Legend and BLG. You can make a strong argument for them being best team in the LPL right now. They're certainly top of the table. Time will only tell if that will stay the case. Top eSports will go to 10-2.